I'm recording. Here are our 7 solids, our 5 platonic solids, a sphere, and a cone. And we will be sorting these solids into order based on the number of faces they have.
First, we will be explaining the bubble sort. Let's start from the first object. The first object is the cone, and it only has one face, and it is less than the 8 faces of the octahedron. So we will not have to make any changes. Now let's consider the second and third object. Since 8 faces is still less than 12 faces, we will still not have to make any changes. But since considering the third and fourth object, since 12 faces is more than 0 faces, we will have to switch the third and fourth object. Considering the next 2 objects, since 12 faces is less than 20 faces, we will not have to make any changes. Considering the 5th object and the 6th object, since 20 faces is more than 4 faces, we will swap them. Now considering the last 2 objects, since 6 faces is less than 20 faces, we will swap the last 2 objects. We will now repeat this process once again, starting with the first object. Since 1 face is less than 8 faces, we will not have to make any changes. Since 8 faces is greater than 0 faces in the second and third objects, we will have to swap the 2 objects. Since 3 faces, for the third and fourth objects, since 8 faces is less than 12 faces, we will not have to make any changes. For the next 2 objects, since 12 faces is greater than 4 faces, we will swap them. For the 5th object and the 6th object, since 12 faces is greater than 6 faces, we will swap the 2 objects. For the last 2 objects, since 12 faces is less than 20 faces, we will not have to make any changes. Once again, going through the process, we will consider the first and second objects. Since 1 face is greater than 0 faces, we will swap the first and second objects. Since 1 face is less than 8 faces, we will not have to change the second and third objects. Since 8 faces is greater than 4 faces, we will have to switch the third and fourth solids. Since 8 faces is greater than 6 faces for the next pair, the 4th and 5th object, we will now have to swap these 2. And now we can go through the rest of the list, but at this point the list is in order by the number of faces.